we're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
Are we live? Somebody say, are we live? Are we live? We've been having some technical difficulties trying to get this. I'm telling you, I ain't got the greatest internet in the world to try to go live, but we're trying down here. I know we have Hawaii in the house. I know we have, where was that? Something, blah, 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 blah. Missouri's here. Man, nope. I think London's here. We are live. Shawnee just let us know we are live. So how y'all doing? Kind of a spur of the moment thing. We decided to go live here on YouTube for a little bit and show our appreciation to everybody that gives us the views on YouTube. And our views remain pretty solid, and it's thanks to y'all. So we decided, well, let's just go live and talk about some shit here. Alaska's in here. Woohoo! Georgia's in the house. Miami's here. London, they're here, baby. Who's that? Meth Lab Barbie. London, how you doing, Meth Lab? How you doing? Indiana and Baltimore, Maryland's in the house. I appreciate the hell out of y'all coming by. Hello, Zach Brown. We are live, baby. Anyway, what the hell's going on all up in the news? I had an opportunity today to be on the Tim Cormall show. It should be coming out, I don't know, it usually comes out around 8 o'clock our time here in the Central Time Zone. I had a great time on there with Seth, Joe, Kathy, and Tim Cormall, and got to talk about the day's news, and Illinois is in the house, South Illinois, and another Peepers Chameleon, Texas Blue Dot, baby. There's a lot of us Texas Blue Dots down here, and we almost turned it blue, baby. We came so close. I was so heartbroken to see Beto O'Rourke not win the Senate. But there are hints that he's considering a run, and I hope he does, baby. I hope he does. He grasps attention all across the country and indeed across the world. And I ain't took none of my Beto stuff down. I'm just going to put me a 2020 sticker over the word Senate there. Ooh, don't do that too much. I got a bummed up shoulder. I got to get to the doctor and get me a cortisone shot in my shoulder again. Pain gets pretty bad. But anyway, there's going to be a lot going on in the coming weeks. Of course, we're going to have to get past the funeral for George H.W. Bush, who passed away, and I can't help but think that Donnie thought, oh, wonderful, it's great. He had an earthquake up in Alaska and the death of a president to keep the cameras off of his ass. Because down there in Argentina, one of the newsmen said they were playing Hide the POTUS from the news because he's in a grumpy mood and he's mad. And he's down there tweeting about Mueller and everything else. And man, it just yes, we're gonna have a shaving party share, and when we get rid of his ass. But we were on the show talking about everything that happened while Donnie took off for Argentina. Hell, just when he left for Argentina, between the time he walked out of the White House and got on Air Force One and got airborne, things sure did change a whole lot in that little short time there. And we were laughing about that because before he got on the airplane, he was all set to meet with Pootie, and then right after he got on the airplane, after he found out everything Michael Cohen had come out and said, well, he canceled the meeting with Pootie, and saying it was because of the Ukraine. Are you shitting me? He had to come up with something. That's the best thing he could do, and they ain't done nothing about that yet, except Nikki Haley talking in the United Nations. She's the one with the biggest balls in the whole cabinet, I guess, because Donnie ain't got none. He ain't going to say nothing to Pootie. He said he had a passing discussion with him down in Argentina. I bet he did. I bet he was like, did y'all see Mohammed bin Slice and Dice meet up with Pootie down there in Argentina? Are you shitting me? It looked like two guys that were just celebrating their win, man. Yeah, because they can both kill foreign journalists on foreign soil. It doesn't matter to them. Journalists piss them off, they'll go kill them. Anyway, Australia's in the house, baby. Leanne Scott, thank you very much for dropping by. I'm looking like ZZ Top, ain't I, baby? I wish I could sing like him. I'd make a little money, maybe. But I ain't that good at singing. Although those on Discord do know, those that tune in when I do my when I do my rants, right? Everybody that knows that tunes into Discord knows that when I quit talking to them on Discord and right before I turn on this camera to start my rant, I do have a habit of cranking out a tune to loosen myself up. That's how, some people slap themselves in the face. I sing, baby. It's Karen Cormier, are you out of jail, baby? I seen where you was in jail, darling. I hope you got out. I think you did. I think you just said something about she's been in Facebook jail. Get out of here, bird. Anyway, what was I saying?
Talking about your singing.
Oh, yeah, I sing real good. Y'all take my word for it.
And how you sing on Discord and how you carry a tune to loosen yourself up.
That's how I loosen myself up right before I turn on this camera and start ranting, as I like to sing a little tune or something and get my lungs to working. And I got bugs flying around in here. Moths in my beard. Anyway, we're going to have a lot of stuff going to start happening this week. With Michael Cohen coming out pleading guilty the way he did. Can they see the little picture down there?
That is what I'm trying to fix as we speak because it's not showing up. Our new thing is not showing up.
Our new little thing is not showing up. I wanted to brag on the little artwork we have for our new t-shirts. It's a Christmas shirt, and it's got me in a sleigh being pulled by Jenny, my donkey, and it says "Merry living to all, and to all a good life." And it's we're going to do another live show sometime this week where we're going to either give away a t-shirt or a pillow that you can get it in a pillow, coffee cup, anything you want. And so we might do another show coming this week. Do a couple of them before Christmas and give away a few shirts.
But if they want them now, store's down below.
Yeah, but if you want them now and check them out, the store down below.
Yep, down in the description.
Yeah, it's right there. Right there. I can see it. Sure.
Take your word for it.
Take my word for it. It's there.
I'm trying to bring up the design, so give me just a few.
My tech guy, Travis, is trying to bring up the design so you can see it down there on the bottom of the screen. But with Michael Cohen's little plea in front of the judge the other day about lying in front of Congress. Now you have to remember that Cohen said he lied about the Trump Tower in Moscow deal and when it ended and when Donnie knew about it and all that stuff, because Donnie, although he just came out on the news the other day talking about everybody knew, it was in the newspaper, it was a big huge story, nobody knew shit. Nobody ever heard of the Trump Tower in Moscow, and everything that was said about it was, oh, no, never heard of it, and all that shit. And it's just another way that Donnie tries so hard to do the, I don't know, Jedi mind trick. These are not the droids you're looking for. Everybody knew it was okay. Everybody was a public knowledge, and it's okay. Very cool. That's what he said. And
did you do that on purpose?
Did I do what on purpose?
That Star Wars pun.
No, why? Oh, did y'all see my Yoda? No, that's my Yoda. That's right, baby. I forgot it was back there momentarily.
That's why I was like, wait a second.
No, it's just Donnie trying to do his Jedi mind trick on everybody.
Don't give him that title. Jedi. No, he's no Jedi.
Well, he's no Jedi. What is he?
Not even a Sith. He's
not even a Sith.
He's
an evil asshole.
Well,
he's a big steaming pile of crap. That's what he is.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. There you go. That's Donnie. Jabba the Hutt, I guess.
He's a thug.
He's a liar. He's a crook. We could get.
Does a lot of illegal shit. That's basically.
We could go through a list of adjectives that describe Donnie. I guarantee you. And most of them are probably cuss words. It wouldn't be proper to say probably. Like I say, baby, he's not my president. Never has been. He wasn't even a candidate in my eyes. I don't know how the hell this guy. Every time we go there, I keep trying to think. Really? That's your man? That's who the Republican Party has shot theirself in the foot with this guy, because it's all going to start pretty soon. We haven't even seen the very little tip of the iceberg. There is so much that is just going to come from Michael Cohen. As a matter of fact, Tim reminded me today, he asked the question. He said that Michael Cohen was Donnie's lawyer, his fixer, man. He fixed all the little you know, bullshit that Donnie got into, all the crap that Donnie wanted to try to do, any crooked deal that Donnie wanted to do, he went to Michael Cohen, which I would believe would also include setting up shell companies to accept money from Russia or Saudi Arabia or any other rich prick that wanted to buy our president. That's who Michael Cohen would set those up for, I'm sure. Now, we haven't even heard about those things yet. But Tim asked, he's a lawyer. Who else would Michael Cohen know about? And, of course, we all went through the list of, well, there's Donnie Jr. Well, of course, Donnie Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Jared Kushner, probably a lot of them. But there's somebody else that Michael Cohen worked for. And I'm going to laugh my ass off very much if anything comes out about our dear friend over on Bullshit Mountain, Sean Hannity. Because remember, Sean Hannity told y'all, Michael Cohen did some work for me. Yeah, he did a little work for me. Sean Hannity's caught up with he's a big property owner. He owns a lot of HUD properties across the country. You buy a HUD property, you get a little subsidy from the government there to keep the, it's a money-making deal if you have money to invest in such shit. I think Sean Hannity had a bunch of money to invest evidently. I don't know. We're going to wait and see, but there's a lot of things that Michael Cohen could come out and say that are going to end up on somebody's radar. There's Jane Morgan. How you doing, Jen? I'm sorry. Jen Morgan is a big help to us, and she helps out every once in a while. She jumps on here and helps monitor the chat for us, so we really appreciate her jumping in.
Yeah, we got both mods in here today, Jen and Tyler. Right?
And my other son, Tyler, is working his butt off. He's also moderating. And
quietly, but he's there.
Yep. Diana Parks Sean Hannity said Cohen did some real estate dealings for him, and he was what I'm thinking is he bought some HUD properties at maybe a really great deal since he had an inside link to the guy that's running HUD. So maybe there was a little deal walking. I don't know. I'm just saying that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to come out that are just, we haven't even gotten into. I don't have my notes. I have my whole stack of notes here, but they're not for this show. This is just a family meeting. But there's so many things that are going to start happening. I was fixing to say the chief financial officer, I can't even remember his name, of the Trump organization, who also flipped. We haven't heard anything from him. We ain't heard nothing about the guy prick that owns the National Enquirer and all that stuff. They're just, we're going to have a lull here while we have a state funeral for HW. And so I don't think Mueller's going to upset the apple cart with national news. It's really going to be disgraceful. And now I understand that Donnie's going to the funeral. I understand him and Melania are going to be there.
I don't understand how. Like, that's weird to me.
It is.
He just didn't get
the reasoning I understand is that George H.W. Bush would not be that kind of person to block somebody from coming to his funeral. George W. Bush was a mild-mannered man. He did a lot of things. A lot of I'm not sure I agree with, but I do know that he did some good things. He gave us the Americans with Disabilities Act. I know that. He did something else big too. But in the first Gulf War, we went in, we accomplished a mission, and we got out. We left. And, so I didn't tread down the trail of what he did wrong. I'm going to let him rest in peace. But I just wonder what would happen if I don't know if they're going to let Donnie speak. And if he did, I don't know what Donnie would say up there. Well, I'm a lot better president than he was. That's Donnie. He'd make something up about him to get the attention on him. Anyway.
So I'm having tech trouble, but I just realized you have that photo on your iPad, I believe.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, do you want me to pull it up for you?
I think I know where it. Well,
I don't know
it's
if I
in
saved
my.
it on there.
It's in my messages, right? No, messages. Damn it, I screw up everything. Gotta slide my message. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of that picture. so y'all can see what we're talking about. I'm very proud of it because the drawing was done by Rose's girlfriend, Rose.
Rose's girlfriend? I wish I was as pretty
Travis's girlfriend. Did I say Rose?
Rose is his girlfriend.
My music. Hello from Miami, baby. We're glad you stopped in. We was waiting on you. Anyway, let me
I wish
see.
I was as pretty as her, but...
Yeah, that's... You get your great handsome looks from your daddy. Actually, your mama. Thank goodness. Oh, no, I went to the wrong one. Nope, want this one right there.
Yeah,
yep.
Screen it.
Hold on, Jet. Hold on, stand by. We're having technical difficulties. Saw a man come to town the other day. Come on. It's not loading. I said, fella, looks like you could use a friend. He said I had a gal, but now she's gone. And I think that you might know just where she's been. Well, I've been wrong so many times, it seems right. I can't get it to come up.
Here, bring it over here.
Got it. Let me hand it off to my technical. There you go. It says I keep pushing the button. It says Travis, but it ain't coming up. Hey, Jerry! He should be disinvited. Yes, he should be. I don't know how the family's going to allow that sorry sack of shit to come in there and be at a state funeral. He's not welcome there. Ain't nobody really wants his ass there, and he ought to know it. It ain't working?
It's slow, but it's getting there.
I have a first generation iPad. I think the first one they made, I think. You still have to hook jumper cables up to it occasionally.
No, you don't got the first one. You got the first one that had the retina, but that's...
I had the first one. I don't know, Aunt Squirrely, if 45 was actually invited. I just heard the story that he was not disinvited. If he had any sense at all, he wouldn't. Because he would be the elephant in the room. He would be the scuzzball amongst honorable people. And you have to think that the possibility of President Obama and President Bush speaking are pretty high, or President Obama and President Clinton. Anyway, can y'all see this? Can they see that?
Bring it up a little bit closer.
A little bit closer.
All right, little up.
Little up.
There you go. Keep it right there.
Keep it right there. As long as I can hold. That artwork is by Travis's girlfriend, Rose. And that is a very good depiction of my donkey, Jenny, who can hear me right now because she's right out the door. Is that long enough? Oy vey! Oy vey! That's old arms, baby, especially with a bad shoulder. Not my president. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, John, how many shirts you get? Over 200. Over 200. I had to take them out of the closet because Mama claimed allegedly that I was taking up too much closet space. So I had to take all the T-shirts that I have been sent and fold them up neatly and put them in a box. But now every time I want to find a particular one, I got to go through the box and look for it. But I appreciate Fritz the cat. I appreciate everyone that has been here. I just seen Fritz. John Winslow, Fritz the cat. Fritz is, if y'all don't know who Fritz the cat is, then you're not old enough, I guess. Do a little Google search. Mousy Clark and Fritz the cat live in New Orleans, Louisiana. Not only in New Orleans, they live in the freaking French Quarter. Are you shitting me? In the French Quarter. God, talk about a perfect, in my mind. That's like heaven, baby. I remember, I've been around the French Quarter just about all my life. Every time I go there, it stirs feelings in my heart of my first Mardi Gras, my first lot of shit was happened there in and around New Orleans, Louisiana. But anyway, I'm glad they're there. Leanne Scott, thank you very much, baby. It is beautiful artwork. I'm very proud of Rose. She has a store on Etsy. Yeah. That she does wood burning, and I'm not talking about she just did a commission on the back of a guitar the other day, and it was a Ouija board. Mm-hmm. This old boy wanted, and it had beautiful scroll work on it, just beautiful. She did a photograph of me and my kids at Mount Rushmore, burned in the wood, and you can distinctly see the 4 presidents. You can see me and the kids. She is an excellent artist in wood burning and a lot of other stuff. But yes, I'm very proud of that artwork. That's why I wanted to show y'all. Now, y'all can go to the store down there and get that on a coffee cup, a t-shirt, a hoodie, a pillow, a keychain, I don't know, whatever else they got bunches of items you can put that on. But anyway, what was I saying? I wasn't saying shit. Anyway.
Don't worry, I
awkward pause because I don't know what I'm doing. It's live, baby. That's what we came in here. Basically, I'm trying to look down there and see. Leanne Scott says, keep my t-shirts in a museum. And what I told Mama I'm going to order us one of those little pillows with this design on them because, we don't have them here. There's a company that makes them and sends them to you. And I want to get one because I want one physically. So when, my kids come poking around the old cedar chest 100 years from now, like, look at this old shit Grandpa used to do. And so that's my big thing here is that this will at least live on in posterity in my family, and I'll always be known for something, and if not a loud mouth. But it was the election of Donald Trump. It was the campaign of Donald Trump that made me open my mouth, and I'm so glad I did. We've made so many friends and have gained so much from this that it's unbelievable how big our heart has to swell to take it all in. But anyway, blah, 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 mushy shit, all that kind of mushy stuff. It really does. Paulette Hallbeck, Keith Thompson, Michael Shawn. Every time I look over there at that Mac, I think of Michael Shawn. He's up in Chicago. People that have helped us along the way. You like that donkey share? That is a perfect resemblance of my donkey. Mama says she's fat. I keep saying she's not fat. She's pleasantly plump and she's pretty, and she eats all the time. We built the new stall under our house for the flood. We elevated the floor up about 3 feet up in a ramp, so she can walk up the ramp and get on this elevated area in case we get a full ass flood up here under the house again, which has happened before. And we built a pen under there to have plenty of space. Until the water gets under the house, she could still have a place. Now she likes her new pen and she doesn't want to leave it. So she is spending her nights underneath the house, and now I have a security camera trained on her in that pen. So while I'm upstairs in the house watching TV, there's a little screen right below the TV where I can look down there and see my little baby, and she's been laying down a lot in that pen, which is, I think, the reason that she likes it so much is because with the goat, things are not always that easy for her. The goat is, if I even come out of the house, the goat goes over there and tries to push her out of the way. She thinks that if he thinks that she's going to get some attention. Anyway, she gets to lay down a lot under there, so I'm enjoying it. That's right. She's fluffy. That's right, oddly wired. She's not fat. She's fluffy, and she's my baby. And but she'll let me know as soon as the hay. I gotta watch that because now she's under the house in the morning. Well, I get up first, and Mama tends to sleep a little bit later than me, and so I just get up and I have my coffee and I'll read the news and sit there and do a few things. But if that hay thing is under, she'll bay. She'll hee-haw like you would, and she's right under the house. So I have to make sure I get up early and feed her, and keep her from doing that so Mama can get her sleep. So Mama stays up a little later than I do. I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow nowadays. I'm tired. Mama sits up and watches TV a little bit and then falls asleep. So we get up at different times. Anyway, what else is going on? What are y'all talking about? Blue Dot in Dallas. How you doing, baby? Ain't that a pretty picture of her, Karen? I am. I'm very happy with that. I am so happy with how many people that we have from all over the place that tune in and watch us and listen to us all the time. I said during the first 2 years that we were really stressing the midterms, and baby, we made a wave. We didn't make the wave in all of the areas that I wish we would have had, like here in Texas. We didn't get the wave in Georgia that we really wanted. In Florida, we didn't get the pick that we wanted. But what was that? There's a story we talked about it today on the show, on the Tim Cormall show, that North Carolina's 9th district, well, they had an election, and it seems the election has not been certified in that district yet, and there's a reason for that. Evidently, there had been some shenanigans. Yeah, that's it, shenanigans. Yeah, that's what that. It's mistake. I'm sure the GOP will say, oh, it's just a mistake. We was trying to be helpful. Yes, right. The Republican Party was trying to be helpful in North Carolina's 9th district. So what they was doing is what they call harvesting votes. That's the word that was used on the news. There was harvesting votes, and what they were doing is the Republican committee there in North Carolina, 9th district, was allegedly contacting senior citizens who had not voted yet, and they went to their house to say that they were there to collect the absentee ballot, and it's okay if you don't have it filled out, just if you just hand it over to us, we'll fill it out for you, we'll make sure it gets in. Well, that was a very close election, and there's well over 1,000 of those ballots that the Republican Party were so kind enough to run out to these elderly people to help them get their ballots in. So there seems to be a problem in North Carolina. So it ain't over yet, baby. But we've already picked up 40. We had a blue wave across us. We picked up governorships. We picked up small races all across the country. And I believe that is still going to carry over into 2020, because between now and 2020 election, we're going to have more fun than we had the first 2 years of this shit. Because who was it? Even Jeffrey Toobin, lawyer on CNN, I think he comes on there every once in a while, who said he does not believe that Donnie will make his full term as president. And that got me and Mama to wondering, well, how would that all work? Because shit's going to hit the fan. That Donnie Jr. is going to have an indictment. Ivanka, probably Eric, probably Jared Kushner. The whole family are going to get indicted in one way or another by some kind of shady deal that now Michael Cohen is flipping to. The chief financial officer for Trump Industries, the Trump organization, is flipped. All these people are flipping. The more of those people that flip, they're not only talking about a particular crime that they were being investigated for, they have to talk about everything they've ever done to get a deal. And I believe that that's going to be a long list of shit. So it's going to keep us busy for the next 2 years, I know. And besides the campaigns, which are going to kick off early, Donnie, as soon as everything calms down, he's itching to get out on the campaign trail, because that's the only way Donnie can get his jollies off, is if he goes to a stroke fest, one of his little rallies, one of his little minions come and cheer him on, because that's his only base he has left, is those that show up at those little rallies and stuff. That's the only, and probably some of those people are there to get a good laugh, I hope. I hope the whole, Phantom Kishmita, I hope the whole family loses every asset they have. Nothing worse for them than being poor. Oh, wouldn't that just chap their ass to lose every dime they've ever had in their life?
They wouldn't know how to live.
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't know how to live.
No, that's I won't Dennis Valadez. I'm sorry, Bob. I always want to say Valdez, but his name is Dennis Valadez. Don't forget the raids on Deutsche Bank and Donnie's tax guy. That's right, baby. That tax guy. Dennis, I'm glad you're here, buddy. Dennis, he shows up with on Discord when I do my rants. Him and Sparky Dunk out in California always show up. We have a good discussion before and after I do my rants. Dennis has been on the Bob Kincaid. I got so many names up in my. Bob Kincaid's a special guy, though. He is a very smart individual. He has a show on Horn Radio, Head On America Radio, and he has the Wednesday prayer meeting. I usually show up on the front porch, Friday on the front porch with Bob Kincaid. it's a great show. I like being on that show as much as I like being on Tim Cormall's show. It's a place where like-minded people go together and sit around, talk about the news, and get a good laugh. And if you turn into Bob Kincaid's show, occasionally we have discussions about a product called Shiny Heiny. But if you want to learn about that, you're going to have to go look up Bob Kincaid's show, because they have a product they advertise. Not Bob. Bob doesn't advertise that. I can't say that. But we discuss the applications, let's say, and the appropriate people that may use the product called Shiny Heiny. And we get a big kick out of it. Yes, Deutsche Bank got raided, and Donnie's tax guy in Chicago got raided. And I loved it because when they chased everybody out of the office, they put brown paper up on the windows and taped it all up so you couldn't see in there. So let me see.
It's funny you were mentioning earlier Shiny Heiny. I don't know what that is, but the other day I was sitting there watching YouTube videos.
It's a product.
Well, no, here's the thing.
Google it, Shiny Heiny.
Can you believe that Boudreaux's butt paste is still a thing and has a YouTube
Boudreaux's butt
advertise?
cream.
Yeah.
Boudreaux's butt cream.
That still has an ad, or it actually has an ad on YouTube. And when I heard
is
it,
that
I'm
right?
like, holy shit, I haven't heard that in
years and years ago. Yeah, one of these Christmas parties that you go to where everybody brings a secret gift, and then you draw numbers or something, names or whoever, to go up and pick up a gift, and you open that gift, white elephant or something like that. Anyway, that was my gift. I brought was a tube of Boudreaux's butt cream, and I think several people stole that from other people because they wanted the butt cream. Buy us whatever product.
Funny.
Yeah, it was pretty. We got a big kick out of that. But
apparently it works.
Saturday Night Live nailed it. Yes, they did, Peter Miller. I saw that.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. Hey, Seuss. Yes, I've heard of butt paste too, but this is Boudreaux's butt cream. If you look it up on the internet, you can find it right there next to probably Shiny Heiny, which is a whole. You don't want to go there, people. I swear. I swear we get a big kick. I love going on Bob Kincaid's show, and.
We nearly got 200 people watching right now.
Outstanding. 200 people? Are you shitting me? I appreciate every one of y'all stopping by. I really do. When I started this 2 years ago, Santorum butt paste. Now we got a discussion going on about butt paste going on. Just found the Bob Kincaid. Thank you, Shawnee Love. Tune in. Bob is actually an attorney. As a matter of fact, there are several attorneys on Friday on the Front Porch when I'm there, and being a layman, I get to learn a whole lot, and they tolerate my ignorance, I guess. But it is an excellent program to listen to, and I just tuned in Wednesday to listen to the Wednesday prayer meeting, and that is something else that I really enjoy. But anyway.
Yeah, you're everywhere. You go on 2 shows a few times a week.
I'm trying to get more active. I'm still would like to push the possibilities of a podcast.
We gotta have a studio.
To where we can have guests. Some Blue Dots. That's what I've come up. I want to do a thing called Blue Dot Voices, and where I can set something up to where y'all can call in, like a call-in show or something. You can be on the air. We could go live that way. That's the idea I want to do. How to do that? Well, it's up. Isn't that butt paste what Ted Cruz used? Yes, Jen. Ted Cruz, I believe, does use butt cream on his hair. It would be appropriate. I'm telling you. I can't believe we lost that guy.
The fingerprints from the crime scenes.
Huh?
He uses it also to hide his fingerprints
from the crime scene. Zodiac killer Ted Cruz. Look it up. The pictures are there, Bobby. We can't say anything else but look at the pictures.
But the thing is with that show, we do need to have our own dedicated space because we have to set this live stream gear up every single time, and that's why we run into glitches.
We run into glitches, and just a little while ago, while y'all were looking at that screen that said "We'll be right there," Travis said something about the lighting wasn't right. I got up to move a light bulb, disconnected the TV, which disconnected this whatever line he had go. Anyway, we had to reset the whole thing.
Yeah, once we get a studio set up, we're gonna do live shows more often, and we're gonna reach out to more people and have them be involved with the show itself, and just have our own podcast /radio show whatever the
I
hell.
wish we could get more anybody that is a Patreon member, and I don't know how to do it. If you're one of our Patreon members, you can download the Discord app, and on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, when I go to record my rant, I turn on my Discord channel, and if you're linked in through Discord, we'll have a few minutes of discussion before I turn off the volume so I can't hear you, and then I'll do my rant, and then right afterwards, I'll turn the volume back up on the Discord channel, and we'll have a little discussion right after I do my rants. And that's the way I always try to get it all done. But I'd like to see more people participate in the Discord channel. And like I said, if you're a Patreon member, there should be a link, right?
Yep. It's you can find all that information on Patreon itself.
Yeah. So if you go to Patreon, all that information on how to do the Discord is right there.
Below.
Didn't you do a video or something?
Yeah. It should be there on the Discord. When you log into Discord the first time, it should be the first thing you see.
Okay.
Of how to use it and all that.
How to use
really
Discord and all
that. If you
that.
can use Skype, if you can use Facebook Messenger, it's pretty much the same thing. Just got a few extra little goodies here and there.
Yeah. So if you get a possibility through our Patreon, which we really appreciate our Patreon members, and that's how we want to try to reach out to them that donate to the show to keep us going. And to be more interactive with that group of people that provide the support that is so desperately and all that needed to keep this stuff going. That's right, Elaine Campbell. Lock him up. Lock him up. Oh, man, I'll be locking up Ivanka. I didn't know about the email thing. Are you shitting me?
That is so much. That's a crock of shit.
It's a crock of crap, I'm telling you. Trump still doesn't understand that a pardon is an admission of guilt. Yes, he does. He just doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Me and Mama was talking about this, how it's all going to play out. And I said the only plausible way I see of him getting out of this, if he tries to do like a blanket pardon for everybody, him, his whole family, Paul Manafort, everybody, and then resigns. That's the only way I can see that he's going to be able to get out of anything. Let me fix this before I break. My fingers ain't working. Oh, there it goes. Before I run out of shit here and kill my iPad. I don't want to kill my iPad. I want to turn it off. Move out the way, Moth. Go on. Go on, baby.
Yeah, we got a lot of bugs in here.
We got a lot of moss. We don't like to hurt moss. Or ain't it pitiful? The older I get, the more animal friendly I get. I swear.
That ain't a pitiful thing. That's a good thing.
Well, yeah, but nowadays even a moth, it's like gotta catch it, take it outside. There you go, let it go.
Well, I'm the same way, and I'm almost 30.
Shit,
It doesn't
no,
matter about
man.
age. It just
Shit,
matters.
no, when I was younger, spider, bam, it's dead. That's.
Well, now I look at spiders.
Nowadays I got so many spiders around me, I don't have to look far to see one. I got webs all over this place, but that gives it the
aesthetic.
Yeah, aesthetic pleasing. Yeah, that's what it is, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, this stuff's been around. I swear everything behind that camera is stacked up every which way just so get it out of the shot so we could have a decent view going this way. So behind the camera over there is actually all my good shit, my tools and all that crap, what's left of them. But, anyway, Trump will fake an illness, mark my word. Also, heart attack, brain attack. Yeah, he ain't got one, so he ain't going to use that. Well, I said the other day that, they're all going to go to jail. Don Jr. is going to go to jail. Ivanka's going to go to jail. Eric might be able to get out if he can prove at the time he was chewing bubblegum, and so that just takes him out of the loop, and he wouldn't know anything about it. So everyone is never more than 10 feet away from a spider. You're right, Jen, and in here it's a lot closer, baby. I have had 3 go to the doctor, verifiable spider bites since I've lived out here in 15 years. The name of my belt buckle company was the Spider Bend Buckle Company. And the reason I called it that is because this old shop that has been here forever is in the bend of a river and is loaded with spiders who probably have the deed to this property long before anybody else moved in. Their little spider family has the deed to this property, and they've been here for generations. And so I live under the theory of don't bother me, I don't bother you unless you build your spider web on something I need, and then I'm sorry, you're gonna have to build it. Now every night with that little camera I told you I had drained on Jenny under the house. Mama and I could watch a spider just about every night come out there and build a web out there, and it's so neat to watch that little guy just go back and forth building his little web, and he's right in front of a light that I have shining down there, so you know he's guaranteed a good catch all night. So sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. So watch one bug build a nest, a net to catch other bugs. But anyway, Leanne Scott says we have funnel webs here and redbacks. Spiders eat bad bugs. I don't bother these spiders. They catch a lot of flying insects around here, Karen. So especially mosquitoes and stuff like that. Karen, stay out of jail, darling. I'm surprised. Somebody asked me the other day, John, have you been in Facebook jail? No, I haven't. I haven't been in Facebook jail. The worst thing Facebook does to me occasionally is they prevent me from sharing my videos, and so they say it's because I go too fast. I try to slow down on sharing because they will block me if I try to go too fast. But when they block me, I'll block for a few days so I don't get to share my shit. But I've never been in Facebook jail, and I'm surprised at that because sometimes I say a lot of things on here that some people don't appreciate the wisdom of. And I lived in Texas and hated rattlesnakes. How could you hate rattlesnakes, John? Hell, we go looking for them. I've caught, as a matter of fact, I posted a picture of the last snake I caught. Was about 5 foot long. I caught him out there on the, what ranch was that?
I have no idea. I just know you were driving somewhere.
Yeah, it was on a ranch down here in South Texas. I was delivering oil field equipment, and lo and behold, right in front of me, big old snakes. So yeah, I like to catch them. I like to catch them alive.
Yeah, because that one we donated to the...
Yeah, we donated the last great big one. The last great big rattlesnake that we caught, which we have a snake cage somewhere back over there in the dust or something. The snake was rather large, about a little over 6 foot, and we donated him to the University of Texas, A&M University over at Kingsville in their reptile.
It was basically like a...
You're right, Eddie. They taste like chicken, buddy. I swear you can go... I've ate a lot of rattlesnake. Anybody from Freer, Texas has eaten a lot of rattlesnake, and that's where my wife was born and raised, in Freer, Texas, home of the rattlesnake roundup. And yeah, that began my education into rattlesnake. You know how you go snake hunting? You know how you used to go snake hunting in South Texas in April, May, that area, when them snakes come out from hibernating as much. Is well, you have to have a pickup truck. Get you a pickup truck. You have to get an ice chest. Put beer in the ice chest with ice, and then get on the back roads and drink beer until you find one. And you have no trouble finding them down here in South Texas. During a certain time of year they come out, but they do a roundup down here, and you can have your picture taken with snakes in your hands, snakes on top of your head. There's a certain way that if you curl up a rattlesnake and you tuck his head down inside his curl, where it looks like a little pyramid of snake there, but you tuck his head down in there, he thinks that you can't see him because he can't see you. So if he can't see you, you can't see him. And he will stay like that. And they will actually slide them off into people's hands so they can stand there and have their picture taken with rattlesnakes in their hands.
Rattlesnakes?
Yes, once you tuck a snake's head up into his coil so he can't see you, take a little stick and you force his little head down up in there, get his head all the way back down into the center of that coil,
yeah,
and he'll stay right there.
Look, as much as I love snakes and shit, I am not gonna, even for a moment. No. Rattlesnakes? Hell no.
Like, that ain't the half of it. They have a competition down there between the Snake Handlers Club down there, where these people that bring the rattlesnake, the Heart of Texas Snake Handlers, I believe is what they're called. They have, and I'm talking about a pit a fenced-off pit that probably has anywhere from 200 to 300 live rattlesnakes just pissed off as shit. Tourists could come all around the edge of the cage, a little farther away from the actual fence. They have a little separation there. And these guys are walking around in there with these snakes. And one of the competitions they have there is one of them old boys will get inside a sleeping bag and unzip there, and then they'll put maybe 10 rattlesnakes in that sleeping bag and zip him up. And then he has to get out of the sleeping bag without getting bit. And
what is that called? Darwinism?
yeah, it's called ignorance is what it's really called.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got a bunch of Texans around beer and rattlesnakes. They'll come up with something, baby. I remember boxing a snake one time, and the boxing a snake is when you get him all pissed off and he's all reared up, ready to go, and you wave one hand over there trying to get him to strike at that hand. And then when he strikes at that hand, you whack him in the top of the head with the other hand. You've got to be fast, and you can't have too much beer before you try that. Or you just get old enough that you quit doing stupid shit. And that's what happened to me. So I won't do that no more. But I tell people all the time, the only snake that I'm afraid of is the one I don't see. That's the snake I'm afraid of. And as long as I can see them, baby, they're mine. Anyway, that's right. Like spider, snakes are good. We ought to know that because Travis over there has 2 of them.
Yep.
They have 2 pet snakes. They have a pet turtle and a pet frog.
Nope. 2 snakes.
2 snakes.
1 turtle.
1 turtle.
3 toads.
Oh, 3 toads.
We now have 3. I guess I didn't tell you we have 3.
No, last time y'all won a trip, I only took care of 1.
Yeah, well, now the next time you'll have to take.
And now I take care of 3. 3 toads. 3 toads. Rose and Travis are into reptiles, so.
Well, they're easy to take care of.
You don't have to walk them, feed them once a week or some shit like that. It's just easy stuff. I got dogs and donkeys and goats that want to be fed every day, and I don't know how many cats I'm going to go broke buying cat food.
Well,
I swear, I'm going to go broke buying cat food.
If we had the room, we'd have more animals. It's just like, tanks are rather small, so you don't have to have so much space.
Karen's son wants a snake and a bearded dragon.
Ooh.
Karen.
I have a friend that has a lot of bearded dragons. They're
They
so
ate
much
the
fun.
frog. Jen says you got to watch it. They'll eat the frog.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's why we keep them separated.
Gotta keep them separate.
They're far apart. Oh, man.
Anyway, nothing. That's done when I lived in Brooklyn. Squirrels would come up to you with a gun. Give me the nuts, asshole. You better be watching.
God,
Sarge, boy, that's some pretty dangerous squirrels y'all got up in Brooklyn.
Oh God, up there, all up in New England, they're not scared of you. They expect you to feed them. It's like, look at me now, give me something to eat.
My Twitter friend of the week on Tim Cormal show, he has a thing called Twitter friend of the week. My Twitter friend of the week for today was a guy called Brooklyn Defiant Dad, in MM Padillon, at MM Padillon, P-A. Check that spelling. Anyway, I've been Twitter friends with him for over a few years. The guy's really active up in Brooklyn, and so I used to. Anyway, just a little side note on Brooklyn. There, we have blue dots in Brooklyn. We have blue dots everywhere, and I am just so proud of that. Black widows versus scorpions in a jar was our evil pastime in New Mexico when I was a kid. Ain't that something? That would be a hell of a battle. I don't know. I think
I would not want to try to get them together for that.
Nah.
So I give you kudos for being able to catch such animals.
Well, scorpions, we have them around here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Every once in a while, Mama will go nuts if one gets inside the house. Oh my God, it's like break out the shotgun. Get that thing.
I'm okay. I mean, I don't like the idea of scorpions, but honestly, what really gets me are centipedes, especially when they crawl across your neck and you feel all those hundreds of little legs going across your neck. Karen
Cormier says she has 1 dog, 2 parakeets, 3 guinea pigs, 1 bunny, and a fish tank. My grandson calls my house Grammy Zoo.
Those are good houses.
Those are good. Yeah, we got 4 dogs.
You used to have way more.
We have 3 indoor cats. Those are lucky cats. They live a life of leisure. And then we have probably anywhere from 15 to 20 outside cats, and plus the donkey, the goat, Fred the parrot. That it? plus your 2 snakes, 3 frogs, and turtle.
Turtle and yeah. But I
Yep.
feel like we're forgetting something. But I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Boomer.
Yeah, the goat. Boomer the goat. Boomer the goat. Who now has his own little kingdom. He jumps up on top of that big old spool up there now and stands up there like it's his domain. Christopher, Blue Dot in Ohio, baby. We're glad you showed up here, man. Minnesota. Oh, it's moving too fast. I can't read that. Duodecahedron. I can't say that.
I'm trying to.
I'm not a doctor. I haven't been trained in that language yet. Another somebody else. Elaine Campbell from Brooklyn. See, we got blue dots all over the country. All over the world. I am so tickled to death. Anyway.
Karen asked if Fred talks.
Yes, Fred talks. His most pleasant thing, he says, is he will go, you want a margarita? You want a margarita? That's the nicest thing he says. He sings Spanish a lot of times. Unfortunately, in the morning, when I uncover his ass, he will get into a yak, because he's hungry and he wants you to feed him. And if you don't feed him right then, and he's not talking about bird seed, he's waiting on them eggs I'm over there frying. We had chicken this evening. That bird's a cannibal. Loves chicken. Yes, Fred's, he talks a lot. A lot of times he talks like you're talking on the telephone. Hello? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You coming over? Okay. Bye-bye.
Makes me think previous owners had him at a kitchen
Yes,
table.
they had him near the telephone, I'm telling you. I inherited the bird. I tell that story all the time. Deborah Nichols, a dear friend of ours, when her mother passed away, her mother had these birds. And she knew I was partial to Fred. He's a yellow-naped Amazon parrot. And so long story short is I inherited the bird. And I'm glad I did. I've had him for, going on 20 years now, I guess. And he's a wonderful bird. Chicken, the other white meat. That's right, baby. And pork. Late to the party, but I'm glad nice shirt, John. Thank you. Can you help me with that?
I'm trying to find
I can't say that. D-O-E. Dodecahedron. Dodecahedron.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, we're going to go with dodecahedron. Thank you, baby. I'm glad you made it. Blue Earth, Minnesota. That's where Jen is from. Where East and West Interstate meet. There you go, baby. Anyway. Houston. Another fellow texted there, Helen. Thank you for showing up, darling. Anyway, I just wanted to come out and go live for a little bit, talk to y'all, and really on YouTube to express my appreciation for all we get over 2,000 views, 2,700, 2,000, close to 3,000 in the first 24 hours, and then we build up a little more views after that, but we have a nice family in the YouTube family, and I just so appreciate it, and sometimes I get so up in the news and shit that I don't take the time to mention the fact that we are so thankful for so many of y'all that have kept this thing going for us. I always say that even if nobody listened to me, I'd still be doing it, but I wouldn't be doing it with as much passion. I think y'all brought out the passion in me. Anyway, we have to keep the message going is what I'm saying. Just because the midterms pass by, baby, all the fun starts now. All the crap that we know he did, is all going to start coming out slowly but surely, little by little, until it's just too much. It's going to be an avalanche. We're going to force the Republican senators in the House to defend a criminal, to defend an immoral, illegal asshole. And they can't do that for long. They can't do that for that extended period of time because they have their own races coming up in 2020. There are going to be more Senate seats open in 2020 than there were this time. And we stand poised to take a whole lot of those. So, and it's going to be a lot A lot more difficult for those Republican senators to stand up. I swear, Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, these people I think are going to have a little Trump shit on their hands. I think some of them are going to have a problem.
Hang on, stand by.
What? Stand by?
I think we got disconnected there for a minute. I think we're back.
Oh.
Video output low. YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain streaming. Hang on a second.
Jen says we're back on.
Yeah, we're cutting in and out.
We're starting to cut in and out, which is that's the way my internet goes out here sometimes. I'm down in the valley, the Nueces Valley. I have a house on stilts and a 30-foot pole on top of the house, trying to stretch over the tree canopy in order to get a broadband signal and a single. If a butterfly flies in the way, I swear we'll lose our signal sometimes. But it really gets irritating sometimes because we get all our TV on the internet. Everything that we do, we get off the internet. So when the internet goes on, damn, it pisses everybody off around here. But anyway,
everybody's saying we're back for now, but I'm seeing like interference. But then again, our internet's crap, so
yeah,
we could be doing pretty good right now, and I just can't see it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes we have decent, and that's how come I don't do my shows live. I have to record them because I can't depend on my internet every day when I go out to do my rants. So I tried it a couple times. I have trouble getting on Facebook Live. For some reason, we can get on YouTube Live real easy. Facebook Live is another problem.
It's just their codecs and all that other crap. Theirs is a lot more intensive. Where you
Peter Miller in Sonora, Mexico, Sonora, Mexico. How about it, Peter? Thanks a lot, bub. You got you, baby. Ask for a shout out, you'll get it. Anyway, God dog, I can't wait to get to a doctor and get a needle shoved in my. I hope if anybody's ever had a cortisone shot, I believe. It depends on what day that doctor is having. I swear I've had cortisone shots before that just work perfectly for like months. I don't feel no pain or anything. It just fixes it. And then there's sometimes I go in there and get a shot and it don't do shit. And I think it's like they miss the spot, they miss the hole, however they do it. And but I'm gonna have to go get one pretty soon, or I'm gonna have to go to one of those minor emergency centers and get one.
I say you do that because the last time you did that, they did a pretty good job from what I remember.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, I could almost do it myself if I had the needle, except they have all that numbing shit. They freeze your shit, and so you don't feel that thing going into your joint, which feels a whole lot better after that stuff wears out. When you go, ow, shit, that hurts. How about a T-shirt with Jenny kicking Donnie in the ass? That's a good one. I think Rose is so talented that.
Yeah, and plus she'd be down to do that if I asked her.
I was thinking about one, the White House and the fence out there in front of the White House, and then there I am pulling a wagon full of indictments and subpoenas. And hey, Donnie, we got presents for you, buddy. The whole family.
By the way, has anybody been censored from saying Merry Christmas? This war on Christmas just started back up.
Oh, it started back up again. Fox News said, war on Christmas! All them liberals, we want to kill Santa. Shit,
No, we want to kill Jesus.
Oh, kill Jesus, I'm sorry.
Because we're trying to take Christ out of Christmas.
Yeah, we're so trying to take Christ out of Christmas. Yes, that shit started. Well, that's it, that time of year. That's all Fox News and that bullshit over there on the right has. Ooh, they're trying to take away my religion. No, they're not. You done stretched out this Christmas thing into nothing but a big shopping holiday, baby. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I don't think there's ever been a time where I didn't feel like it was okay to say Merry Christmas.
I say Merry Christmas all the time. I'm an atheist. Jesus, I don't have it. My money has in God we trust. I don't trust him a bit. He screwed me over lots of times. But I don't stop spending my money. religion has always worked its way and will forever be in our society. And if you keep it in your heart and then believe in what you want to believe, that's fine. It's fine, baby. It's only when you try to push it on somebody else or bring it into my house, bring it into my law,
or bring it into a freaking deserted island with that tribe.
Oh, no shit. No
God,
shit.
I hate that story so goddamn much.
I know it. That really kind of points to that. How ignorant can you be?
Well, see,
that old boy who tried to. He's an evangelical kid, I guess. He was trying to bring Jesus to a tribe out in the Indian Ocean who had never been contacted and were not supposed to be contacted. And he went on shore and got shot with a bunch of arrows while he was yelling, "Jesus loves you." Unfortunately, they didn't know what he was saying. I don't know. I don't want to go. The guy's idiot as far as I'm concerned.
Well, what pisses me off more than the guy was
Shawnee Love, baby, that's right. Nature is my church. It's right outside my back door. If I want to enjoy, my religion is nature. The wonder of science itself, how this all evolved here. It's not by divine hand. It's in my book. It's chemistry, baby. It's chemistry and geology and astrophysics and everything you want to wrap into one scientific little thing there. It's the Big Bang. It's you always have that question. Something was there before the Big Bang. What there's always going to be a question of how this all started. But basically, with all religions around the world, and there have been many, you have an immaculate birth. You have a flood. You got to have a flood. And there's several religions that have those stories that predate the Bible, so it's an easy story to sell. But also precedent that with the fact that everybody has a right to their religion. They have a right to believe, and Lord knows I could be wrong, baby. And then what? Is this? My answer to that is, outside of the blasphemy thing, most of my life I can look back on and say I have tried to treat my fellow man with decency and respect. I've never done anything with hate and malice. I've tried to be a good person all my life, and if that ain't enough to get you in the door, baby, well then, tough shit. I think you're listening. I don't need your freaking mansion in your streets of gold anyway. Anyway. Get off that religion shit.
We did forget one thing, though, and everybody's pointing out in the chat.
Well, I love it's Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, but this evening is beginning of Hanukkah.
Hanukkah starts tonight, so Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Yes, that is today, isn't it? So, yes, I have a Jewish mother in June Stern in New York City who always calls herself my Jewish mother and gets after me when I get sick and tells me what to do and all. She acts just like a Jewish mother would. When I get sick or something, she tells me to eat soup or to get healthy one way. That's right, Leanne Scott. Religion is not bad. People in it sometimes are. That's what I always say. It's what you do. I hate to see these big preachers with one of them. Who's that? Joel Osteen or something has $700 and something million in the bank. Are you shitting me? Do you know how much good you could do with that kind of money for all the poor people across the world, which is what Jesus tells you to do without money?
It doesn't matter. He just shut his doors during the flood during Harvey and didn't let.
Yeah, Matt Johnson says I don't have a problem with Jesus. It's his fans I can't stand. There you go, buddy. That's it. I don't have a problem. It's a wonderful story, and if you were to bring that love, peace on earth, all that teaches, It just seems that somewhere between Sunday school, where they were all singing red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. And then they grow up and some of them buy tiki torches. So that's what Donnie Trump has done to our land, taken H.W. Bush's 1,000 points of light and turned them into 1,000 points of tiki torches. And until we get that man out of our house, that kind of shit is still going to be prevalent in our society. It's going to have a bed to grow in, an atmosphere that allows it to mold on everything. And that's how come we have to get that man out of our houses, because he brings out the worst in all of us. All of us. I used to be a really nice guy. Now I'm pissed off every day because I wake up and he's still in my house. And I like to point out the fact of he's an ignorant, lying piece of crap every day if I can. And but I'm going to keep doing it, people. 2 years, 4 years, it doesn't matter to me. I just want that man gone, and I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to shave until we get him out of our house. So yeah, when he goes, I guess we're going to have a YouTube shaving party.
No, and, I'll get my hair cut.
We'll do a double. Somehow do a double live feed on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Travis is going to have to get his hair cut.
People think your shit's bad.
Yeah, look at his shit.
Look at this shit.
Look at this shit. He ain't cut his hair since.
This has got to stop. I can't eat meals anymore without my hair. You see this shit? We need to get him out already, all right?
He says he's not going to cut his hair until he gets him out. I'm not going to shave him until we get out. And y'all ought to see me. I like to have my bowl of cereal right before I go to bed in the evening. I have to eat my cereal like this. Because if I don't, when I look down, my next thing I know, my beard's down there in it, and I don't like that. So.
But see, I like your beard. I don't really want you to get rid of it. I hate this hair, though. I can't wait to get rid of it.
And this beard, I have, every night I sit there and watch TV. I have something to play with nowadays. So. But it's long. It's very good and long. Maria, I'll stand with you. I'll stand by you. Oh, stand by you. That's right, baby. We need to stand together because it's our lives that make a difference in this world. It's our voice, it's our vote that's changing this. And we need to. Yeah, he's got more hair on the top of his head. I ain't taking my hand off now. I ain't got no hair, baby. If all my hair committed suicide, jumped off the top of my head, man, it died. So now I grow it on my chin. But it will come off when Mama doesn't like it. Mama tells me all the time she does not like it. That's what she says anyway. I don't know.
I like
it hides my ugly face, so just don't do a man bun. Journeyman says don't do a man bun.
Too late. I've done
Too late. He's done a man bun. I'll have to whack him.
I've done it at least once.
He's done it a couple times.
I've
seen him.
So much
I've
hair,
seen you with a man bun before. Come in there.
Here's the thing: when you have so much hair, why you just experiment with it like whatever. Yeah. It's just hair.
I thought about when I shave this thing off. I'm going to do it in sections so we can see what I'd look like. I'm going to shave this off first, so that won't change a whole lot. We'll shave this off first, and then maybe shave the center off and make it look like one great big long mustache. Now, mind you, since the word mustache was brought up, I will shave the beard. Mustache stays. This mustache has been on my lips since I was 20 years old. It ain't coming off. I've seen me without a mustache. I don't look pretty. I prefer to keep my mustache. Mama does too, so. I don't think I'd be allowed to shave my head on camera per YouTube. Oh, you don't think so? Well. Oh, all right, Jen. I get you. All right, now. Let's be careful. I like the man bun and the beard. There you go. Yeah, some people can rock it. I guess he can, because he's younger. I can't. I'm old and ain't got the hair.
I just don't give a shit. I just tie it however I want to get it out of my face.
Mama gives me my haircuts. I get all my haircuts. I'm ashamed to take my hat off. I'm not. I've lost every one of them, but I look prettier with a hat. And but that's not why I wear a hat, people. I've been wearing a hat. My wedding pictures, 40-something years ago, you can see I'm wearing a hat, baby. It's what I've done all my life. That came up the other day about somebody else that does, I can't remember his name. Somebody else that does what I do, and he's country like I am, and they thought it was important to push that because a lot of people are under the tendency, the only liberals are in cities, baby, and all the rural country belongs to Republicans, and that's bullshit, baby. There are Democrats scattered all over the place, and a lot of places like Texas, we're gerrymandered like shit down here. And until we get the gerrymandering out of our state, then yeah, most of these counties are going to go red. It's designed that way, and we have fought it up to the Supreme Court, and we're still trying to fight it. But we can't do anything until the new census comes in, comes out, because when they do a census, that's when they do the district redistricting lines and all that, and it depends on who is in power as to how those lines are drawn. The last time it was the Republicans were in power, they drew the lines and they cheated like shit blatantly. My district looked like a freaking one-legged octopus with one arm.
I don't believe our district should go all the way up to Houston.
No.
That's bullshit.
Anyway, what else? That's it. David Jordan Peterson. My mustache is as long as your beard. Keeping it too. There you go, buddy. Anyway,
people have told me that I need to donate my hair to cancer patients, and you know what? Yeah, I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, you ought to. Locks of love.
Yeah,
when it gets long, you ought to do that.
Yeah, no, I'd rather do it that way.
Do they take
anyway.
beard hair?
Do they?
I don't think they take beard hair.
I'll take it. I'd love to have a beard like yours. God damn it! I can't grow it out.
I don't know, man. It kind of gets I like the beard. You know, when I put my sunglasses on, and I look in the mirror, I like, God damn, man, I look like a badass. But man, like when I go to the little convenience store or something or some shit, some little old lady will be walking out. She'll be holding the door for me. I'm thinking, are you shitting me? Like, go on, I'm doing just fine. I just look this way, and look like Rip Van Winkle. Thank you, Limitless Thinker, ZZ Top. Somebody said I seen a shirt. We're on the shirt. It has little lines and what that line means as far as beard length. And when you get down here to the belly, it says godlike. So if you get down to the belly, I guess you're like godlike.
Let's hope Trump ain't in there that much.
This is almost getting to ZZ Top length. Maybe a little bit longer. But see, I don't want it to get longer. The longer it gets, the longer that man stays in this house. So yeah, man, I want him out of our house is what I want more than anything else. And we keep this going until we do. We keep shaking the pom-poms, telling the news, trying to laugh when we can, get pissed off when we have to. But the story is that we have to keep this movement going. This blue wave during the midterms wasn't enough. We have to keep this going, because the fight for our country is not over, and we can't stop this until we win. So, anyway, I guess that's about all I got. How long have we been on?
Been on for an hour and 20.
Hour and 20 minutes, y'all have listened to me. I am amazed, baby.
And we peaked at like 200 at one point, and we've been averaging around 180 to 190 for most part.
I'm amazed. Y'all warm my heart. Y'all want. Sandra Peterson, I want Trader 45 out of our house as well. Stephanie Dean, hey, you just got here, darling. I was just fixing to shut it down. You did. Miss Stephanie Dean is out in Florida. She's one of our big blue dots out there. Thank you very much for showing up. Man, I stop over here and look over here, and I'm just amazed at how many people that we have on there. Laurent, I wonder if Laurent is here. He is our French blue dot. He's from France. I can't remember the town. I don't know if he's in Paris or where he is. Claire Dines is our contact over in Scotland. Oh man, I'm not wearing my necklace. I forget to wear my necklace so many times. Sue Poole, who made a bead for me over in London, no, not London, she's in England. Can't remember the name of the town right offhand. Yes, Stephanie Dean has been with us a long time, and we're appreciative. So has Karen Cormier, been with us a long time. Who did I got a card from somebody. Oh, I got a card from, did I already call that out on the show?
I don't remember. You get so much mail to the point where it's like, I don't know how you keep track of everything as well as
Simona Newell in Mobile, Alabama. She's one of our big blue dots down in Alabama. We're so proud of her. There are blue dots that have reached out. She just wrote me a card, Simona did, who is American, but she hails from Rome, Italy. And her daughter, who is 17, who is a very confident-looking young woman, her desire, she said, was to go on to be a senator. And baby, I say go for it, especially when you're young like that and you have that possibility to see to see the light, and let that little light shine, baby. That's always what I'm saying. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine blue, baby, all the time. Anyway, now I'm really stretching. I'm starting to sing. Talk about China requesting to be the only supplier of addictive opioids. China's the big story that came out of their meeting. Donnie went down there and met with China's President Xi, or whatever his name is. They was going to talk about the big trade deal that Donnie wanted to get. And evidently, the deal was struck that just Donnie agreed not to go up on any more tariffs. That's the big deal. Donnie didn't get shit out of this Argentina thing. China's fixing to. I don't know why they even deal with him, but I don't know about the opioid thing, dear. I haven't looked into that, but man, opioids a big problem. I just seen a thing about that Norcam and how expensive Norcam is. Not because it has to be, just because there's a hell of a profit margin on shit that can save your life. Healthcare is one of the biggest issues that we have to fight in this country. The fact that we don't have universal health care is just a thorn in our ass. Every other civilized, every civilized country in the world has health care. Except us, baby. We got profit care. And you could see that in the prescription drug prices, what pharmaceutical companies jack up the price. We got politicians like Martha Blackburn out there in Tennessee who just got elected to the Senate. It passes laws that protect opioid distributors from, being shut down because, Betty Jo over here might need her opioids for pain. But Bubba Dean and all these other guys over here, they need it because they got to have their fix, and it doesn't matter to Marsha Blackburn who those people are. She wants that supplier kept open and unregulated. So as long as politicians make deals with insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies and every other damn company you can think of, stinking laws are going to be on our books. And they're just controlled. They're written by lobbyists that work for these big companies. We can't be fooling anybody out here. That's who writes our laws. Lobbyists, the people with money. And that's what we have to change in this country. It's hard to get anything done in this country without having to pay Peter to get Paul to vote. Something's got to go on. I think every damn senator and congressman ought to wear a shirt like them people down on the stock market. With all the people that support them. Pfizer or whatever company. They ought to have a list on their damn desk with how many people give them money. Because that's how they make their money. And don't think they don't. They get a little inside tip on this stock, that stock. You think they're living on their very generous salary they get from the United States government and that they will have for the rest of their freaking life? Ask somebody like me who works civil service all their life, military service and civil service for 23 years. I ain't making no golden parachute shit. But I guarantee you those people at the top are, baby, because that's the way the system's designed. You keep them hungry and needing a job, you have a workforce. And anything short of that, that's right. Insurance should not, it's a profit business. Insurance is a profit business. You pay your money into an insurance company. The insurance company, will decide what we'll cover, what we won't cover. And looks like you're getting real sick. So, look here, you were born joined Tabuki here, and we don't cover that. So, they have a fight about pre-existing conditions. There's hardly a person in this country that doesn't have some kind of pre-existing condition. And yet the Republicans sat up there during this whole damn campaign season talking about they're going to protect pre-existing conditions. At the same time, some of them are signing lawsuits to sue the government to allow the states to deny people with pre-existing. It's a damn shit show. Everything we got going on up there is a shit show. And it's paid for by people with money. And if you ain't got money, well, that's tough shit. The laws aren't made for you. They're made for those with the money. And until we start getting people like Beto O'Rourke, who stands up and speaks the truth and doesn't sell out to the big money loaners and the big donors and crap like that. Beto O'Rourke ran his campaign in here in Texas with donations from the grassroots people out here on the ground. That's where his money come from. and I hope he keeps that up during his run for presidency. And it is so disgusting that has become the mark for our political season, is how much money you got, how much money can you dump into this crap. Do you know how much good we can do with the money that we spend on campaigns and commercials and all sorts of bullshit to elect one person? Do you know how we could impact the world with that kind of money? I didn't know we had that much. Everybody has that much money to throw away on bullshit. You know, other countries don't have 2 or 3 year election cycles. We do. We do. And they have to be funded. And where are you going to get the money? Well, you get the money from the big people. Then you end up having to deal with the big people. It's a bunch of bullshit. That's what's wrong with our damn country. And until we change that, we're stuck in this rut of lobbyists and special interests writing every damn law we have. You think those rich people get their tax write-offs by some poor guy up there trying to write a bill that's going to be good for the working class down there? No, baby. Got to put them loopholes in for every damn thing a rich corporation does. Trump up there in a damn lawsuit up in Chicago right now, trying to get millions of dollars in refunds from the state of Chicago, I guess, for his Trump Tower, while his attorney's being investigated for cheating on the $14 million in savings for that company. It's a bunch of bullshit. And it's perpetuated by people like Donnie the Con Job. Donnie the Con Man. That's all he's been all his life. He's been nothing but, an asshole. Everything he's ever built, everything he's ever been involved in, he has had to been sued. He's been sued out the ass by everybody to get what they're owed. Donnie doesn't pay easily. Donnie doesn't pay anybody. Of course, you can join his university or buy his steaks or his wine or whatever the shit else he can sell. Put his name on it because he thinks the Trump name is worth something, and the Trump name in my book means one thing: crap, shit. The stuff you dig out of a sewer, the lowest of the low, that's what a Trump is. The scum of the earth, under the scum. I don't know how much lower you could get than the scum that man is. And his whole damn family with Jared Kushner and the rest of them are just a bunch of spoiled, rich, silver spoon up the ass idiots who think they're entitled to every damn thing they ever had in their life. Anyway, $50 million condo. Kiss my ass, Donnie. That's right, Elaine. Anyway, Andrew Hirsch says, keep renting, baby. Let's go 2 hours. I don't know. My wife might throw me out and forget who I was if I'm gone for so long. I wish I could get her out here. That's right, Leanne. We wouldn't use your household budget like this. You couldn't run your... I can't. Are you shitting me? I'm down here at the bottom, baby. We can't make the money last the month. It ain't there. It's a struggle every month for a lot of people in this country. I'm no different than everybody else. I ain't, we're finally to the point now with the money that we now make off our Patreon and our YouTube, which we're starting to get a little money off of YouTube now. That has put us in a position that we can be confident that we're going to pay our electric bill. And for us, that's an amazing feeling, and it is for a lot of people, and so that's how come we are so thankful again for those people that donate to Patreon through PayPal and all the YouTube. Every time y'all watch a YouTube video, I guess we get a few pennies or something, and
something like that.
Yeah, so we've been getting a few. Once a month now, we get about $100 and something from YouTube. So thank y'all very much for watching. I appreciate the shit out of it. Even when I watch it, I let the commercial go all the way through. Just there you go. I got to donate to my own cause. But yes, Matt, he is the scum that scum wipes off its shoes. You're right, buddy. I don't know how it could be any lower than what we've sank. But we're not done yet. We're not lower yet. I mean, we've still got ways to go. They're still digging. The GOP is still digging. I don't know. They're going to hit oil pretty soon, or they're going to get magna coming out of that hole pretty soon. They've gone down so low. But that's right, baby. We need more solar. Every time somebody says solar, there was a thing on YouTube a while back ago, and I watched it. It was called solar-powered highways, something, solar powered highways. And it was this company, I think it was up in Kansas, that developed a process by which if this material laid down on the highway, when you drive across the sun up there, it generates electricity. And all the lines in the road can be done with LED lighting that's powered by that. And they showed I don't know, parking lots with all the little lines. You don't have to paint them. It just comes on electronically, and you could change a playground from basketball to foursquare or whatever else by the flip of a switch. And there were so many great ideas of technology that can advance our country that we're just not going to do. Hell, look, we ain't even got high-speed rail here yet. Are you shitting me? Japan's got it. Europe's got it. Excuse me. We're thinking about going back to coal fire engines if Donnie had his way, and that's heartbreaking. We're a technologically advanced country. We're a rich country, and we don't have high-speed rail across this country. We're still running on the damn tracks they laid back down in 18 whatever. That's what I mean. We can't get this country the infrastructure that we need and all that without paying off politicians one way or the other. That's how come we don't have so many things like that. That's how come we don't have health care. That's how come we don't have Senator Remedios said we've had solar for 63 years now. You'd think every building they built now would have to be solar powered. There's lots of things they could pass laws for that would create opportunities, but we don't do that, and we don't do it in our private sector. Some companies I would imagine have, but says that we only have Citra Media says we only have 117 years of coal left. Baby, we can't get there fast enough. I wish they'd run out tomorrow. It's the nastiest thing, not only to burn, it is the nastiest thing to mine. They do it by blowing up mountains nowadays, hilltop mining. They'll just blast the top of a mountain off, blast it up so the dump trucks can get in there and scoop up the coal, baby. It's easy. Unfortunately, when they blast that coal, some of it is blasted into very fine particulate matter that flows through the air all around places like West Virginia and Pennsylvania and places where that's happening. And all that coal dust that gets up in the air from those blasts. Yeah, well, every kid within 100 miles of that place is breathing the shit out of it. And so it's a nasty, disgusting way to create energy, and we all know it. Nobody wants to lose their job because of their job went out of business. But we don't do horse and buggies now. There's not too many blacksmiths around to put a horseshoe on your vehicle and all that. Times change and we progress. That's how come I like the word progressive. Yes, I'm progressive. I'm not regressive. I don't want to go backwards. I want my George Jetson car. That's what I want. When I was a kid, I seen the damn thing. It was a George Jetson pickup, zoom all over the place. I don't have it yet, and that pisses me off. But anyway, I guess we ought to shut it down and get upstairs and visit with Mama for a little bit this evening. Monday starts a new day. I'll do my rant Monday, and what do you think? Maybe Tuesday or something, go live, offer a
we can probably do a giveaway of a coffee cup.
Yeah, we can do a coffee cup giveaway or a t-shirt giveaway or something that.
We just got to get a setup. I think we need to start really trying to get a streaming setup going because we shouldn't have to spend an hour getting ready for.
Hey, I just want a Limitless Thinker wants to. I don't want you to miss that comment there. Limitless Thinker.
Seriously, looking at it.
Travis, you're.
Yeah, I know that is. You don't have to tell me.
Lucky to have me as a dad.
Ah! Well, no, I'm blessed to have. I mean, y'all know him as Blue Dot in Texas. Y'all don't know him as the man, the legend,
Yeah. Dan, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, you're catching it first time, but buddy, I'm fixing to leave. I'm sorry you came in so late, man. I'll do this again, I think, on Tuesday, maybe. We're going to go live again. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm ready for a tea refill, too. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Talk too much. That's my problem. And when I cough, I lose. That's right, FBL and Ad Diving. Jetson cars soon. I want my Jetson car. I can't die until we damn George Jetson car. It just pisses me off. One of them jetpacks too. I thought by now we'd have a jetpack.
Well, we were supposed to have
They've been around forever too.
That turned out to be a fucking scam.
I want something I can strap onto my back and just zip around wherever the hell I want to go.
I can put you in a VR headset.
Yes, Dennis Valadez reminds us. Join us on Discord tomorrow if you're a Patreon member. Look in the get the Discord link in your Patreon membership and tune in on Discord. I really do enjoy, because like I've told Dennis in Sparky Dunk before, there's times when I do my rant that when I turn that camera off, it's really nice to have somebody there to talk to, because there are times during my rant that I do get emotional. My pressure goes up, my blood pressure goes up, and I know I'm agitated, so it's always good to have somebody there to talk to when I turn that camera off. And so yeah, if anybody's one of our Patreon members, go by there, join Patreon. It's $1 a month. Sign up, you get that's Discord link, and then we can chat and listen live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I do my rant. And you get to hear me sing. And ain't that a joy, Dennis? I don't know.
One of these days we'll have a concert or something.
Yeah.
A live concert.
I don't think so. Travis can play excellent guitar. I'm telling y'all, he is an excellent guitarist.
I don't know.
I do. I'm very proud of him. He's very musically inclined. Both him and Rose. Rose plays the ocarina, and she has some stuff up on what
YouTube,
on YouTube and
she
whatnot.
Does YouTube covers, and
yeah,
she also plays piano and guitar.
Snowy Owl from Knoxville, Tennessee. I got family in Knoxville, baby. I got family in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yes, I do. Been up there many times to visit, and we love Tennessee up in there. We're trying to turn it blue, baby. I got inside connections up there, but it was one of those places that went red, stayed red, and so like I say, we didn't win everywhere, but we won the majority of the seats in the House. So that's where the work starts. That's where the fun starts, baby. And it's gonna start cranking. Like I said, the next few days we're gonna have to get through the state funeral for H.W. Bush, and it'll always be a solemn occasion when we bury a president. But we still have several living, and Donnie's one of them. So, me and Marsha was talking the other day. Who's going to go to what's his funeral going to look like? I don't know. Can they line up that many trash trucks? I don't know. Leanne Scott, hi Maggie. I'm in Australia too. Leanne Scott, I didn't know you was in Australia, darling. We appreciate you, baby. I post to a group, Australians Against Trump. I post to that group when I can. We have groups that we have over 100 and some odd groups that we try to share to every time I do a video, and that's what takes a lot of time, is trying to share to those groups. But we want the message to go out as far as we can, and to keep waving the pom poms, to keep being the cheerleader, to keep trying to get people motivated to stay informed and stay active in politics, because it's our future, it's our kids' future, it's the whole damn ball of wax, baby. So we stay active in it, because we can't afford to quit. There's going to be a lot of shit to clean up once we get that man out of our house. So the work continues. Mucho trabajo, much work left to do, baby. And on that note, I hate calling it a night, but I'm going to have to. Going to go upstairs and visit with Mama a little bit, and shit, it's only 7:30. Boy, this time change sucks. It really does. I haven't got used to the time change yet. But anyway, I'm glad y'all stopped by to listen. I'm glad y'all I don't know, give an ear to an old man. I swear, I'm amazed with how many people we've actually reached. And but I wish I would have been involved much younger in my life. But when this man came into our house, I could not remain silent. I don't want you to remain silent. As long as he is there, this is an indignation to our country, to our flag, to everything that this country stands for. I will continue to use my voice. Others have used theirs and spoke out. We need to keep doing that to motivate others to keep them involved, because this blue wave has to continue to rise, and because it's our country we're fighting for. Anyway, that's right. Dennis says, Valadez, don't forget to listen to John on Friday on Bob Kincaid, Friday on the Front Porch with Bob Kincaid. Go by there and listen to him all the time. I think he's not there, or no, he wasn't there this Friday because he's at a function, but he'll be back next Friday. But if you get a chance, tune in to Bob Kincaid on Horn Radio. It's a wonderful show. Tim Cormall, by the time this evening rolls around, I'll put it up on my Facebook link, but you can find him on Snicker, on iTunes. The Tim Cormall Show, I was on there today. We had a good laugh. It will be probably coming out in just a little bit. He usually posts it up around this time. So if you get a chance, stop by and listen to the Tim Cormall Show. And there are a tremendous amount of people out there, just nobody's like me, just regular old people. Richard Anderson, Randy Kervin, Stephanie Dean has done one, I think. Mucho trabajo. That's right, Jackie. We have a lot of work to do, baby. Anyway, listen to those people. They're doing their best to reach out to as many as they can in their circles. Leo Sahaki, I think he's doing a play with his a group right now, but he's normally under Biker Wisdom, that guy. And anybody else that you can listen to keep yourself motivated, keep yourself informed. And in my case, I entertain you too, so what more can you ask for? And on that, I'm going to say goodnight to all of our Blue Dot family. Thank you so much for coming by and giving an ear and taking a listen. Stay involved and everything else. And I don't know how to turn this off because normally I hit a button. And do you hit a button over there or something?
Yeah, I'll hit a button. Just worry about your mic button.
All right, I'll just worry about my mic button. Y'all have a great evening. I love every one of y'all for tuning in and listening up. And we'll see y'all later. What do I say? Like, share, subscribe. John Bertevaux, Blue Dot in Texas on YouTube. John Bertevaux on Facebook. John Bertevaux Speaks, Blue Dot Family. I haven't said enough about them this evening. That is our family page on Facebook. You can go over there, and there are over 9,300 and something followers on that page, and they continue to grow all the time. This family continues to grow en masse, and it just makes me so proud because we have people, and you've seen it tonight in the chats, that reach out and they talk to each other. They've made connections. We have had Blue Dots from other states come to meet each other, and the conversations that start under those comments and stuff just warm my heart when I see that, because it means that people are making connection, and that's the best. That's the best part of this whole thing. So anyway, y'all take care, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.